All right, hey guys, we've got multiple days of severe weather ahead, not just as we start the week, but potentially toward the middle and end of the week. And some of that's starting to grow. We're going to look at that today. We've also got extreme temperatures across the Great Lakes into the Northeast starting out Monday. Cool in the 40s. Some places, look at this, up in the UP of Michigan and northern Wisconsin, could be close to the upper 30s. So definitely cool, but that's not going to last here. We're going to start to warm up as we head into the week. And you talk about heat. How about this across the Central Valley of California, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday? Triple-digit heat is back. We could be pushing 110, maybe 115 across the far southwest. Let's look at the severe threat. Look at this. It just snakes its way all across the country. This is what's left of Sunday with a highlighted area right here across Arkansas, Mississippi, even parts of Tennessee. And then down to the deep south, too, with some of these areas could see some strong storms through Sunday night. On Monday, that threat shifts a little bit. Now we're looking back to the west across the northern plains, North and South Dakota, especially South Dakota into Nebraska. And that threat extends even further south all the way to Texas. Tuesday, things relatively quiet, but I think it's interesting to look ahead because as we get toward Wednesday, Storm Prediction Center highlighting this area with our trough that's going to swing through, which I'm going to show you that in just a second. And then that drops to the south. So I think the tornado threat starts to go up, plus damaging winds, all the above. So let's talk about the short range as we move through the rest of, well, what's left of Sunday into Sunday night into early Monday. We've got these showers and storms moving through Georgia and the Carolinas, even Tennessee, some heavy rain with these. And something that's going to be very interesting to watch will be Florida. This week, we are going to see a tremendous amount of rain here. It's really going to start to pick up as we head into Monday afternoon, Monday evening in some areas, but by Tuesday, we really see an increase of the storm coverage here across Florida, just a tremendous amount of moisture being pushed into this region. If you look at some of the numbers, they're absolutely crazy. These are actual forecast numbers from the Weather Prediction Center. Models have been putting out crazy numbers, but close to 15 inches here across the southwest coast of Florida, up to 6, maybe even 7 inches close to Orlando. So a tremendous amount of rain here. Some places could see more than a foot of rain by next weekend. So some big rain in the forecast here for the next several days. Looking back toward the central plains and then across the central part of the country, storms going across Texas through the overnight hours. Even into parts of New Mexico, we'll see some storms here. That starts to settle down, and that sets the stage for Monday. As our trough swings to the east, we'll see storms fire up here across parts of Montana, Wyoming, even parts of Colorado, and then storms move east out into the plains of South Dakota, North Dakota, also into Nebraska, and then down across Texas, we'll see some big storms going here across the west part of the state, and then that all pushes to the east. Not as severe once it moves toward parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin here, and then this starts to stretch out. And again, that sets us up for the next day, which would be Wednesday, and then into Thursday, here from Nebraska east all the way over to parts of Illinois and Wisconsin. Very active as we see our pattern start to shift up a little bit. There's your heat dome across the west, keeping us hot. There's our first system that swings through. And then as we move towards, say, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to develop a pretty tight gradient here. And likely we're going to see a jet streak swing through here. So on the front right side of that, severe weather possible here as our front sets in. And then that lasts through at least Thursday. And I'll tell you something to keep an eye on. Thursday into Friday here across the Northeast, as this trough back here through parts of Canada swings through Ontario. Out ahead of this, there could be some severe weather here from mid-Atlantic all the way into the Northeast. So very active for the next several days. And here's a quick look at the precipitation for the next week or so. There's our system moving through the northern plains as we head into Monday and Tuesday. We're dry across the east, mostly dry anyway, and even across the west, just baking with that heat. And then as we move into the Wednesday and Thursday, there's our front setting up with some storms here along that, and that pushes south. So again, I think as we move toward Thursday and Friday, watch the Northeast for the potential for some severe weather. Still several days out. If you made it this far, I hope that means you've enjoyed the video. And if you've not subscribed, if you want to help the channel out, that'll do it. It'll certainly help. Thanks, guys, and I hope it helps. I'll catch you next time.